Hello, now you know how to version your API in order not to break your mobile app, your web app, or your website. So now let's look at pagination and partial response. The idea here is not to return every resource in the database. Your API should have enough agility to let the user customize the request with optional parameters to get exactly what they need, both in terms of types and amount. This is especially important in mobile apps where bandwidth and resources are limited. So first, let's take a look at the partial response. To make a query, just look at the example on the screen. To make a query, take only specified parameters. Use optional query fields. Using a comma delimited list of fields is common. For example, the query on the screen only take the user's name, status, and the avatar. In this case, it only returns 3 parameters of the user's collection. However, in the absence of this field, it may return more than 100 parameters, which is unnecessarily for us if we are just going to list all the users. The next one is the pagination response. Let's just imagine you want to fetch a collection resource which has more than 1 million entries. It is a bad idea to fetch all at once, as the user can only see 10 to 20 entries on their devices. Pagination can solve this problem. There are 2 parameters for this: offset and limit. Offset identifies from which entries the fetching should start, whereas limit identifies how many entries should be returned, starting from the offset. So to get 20 entries per request, the query should look like the one on the screen. Note, it is good practice to set a default limit and offset for your collection URIs. So if the limit and offset are not specified, there will be a heavy load put on the server. For example, you can set the default limit to 10. You can set the default limit to 10 and set the offset to 0.